man. So please give a warm welcome to Real Eyezz, man.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Real Eyezz, how you doing, man?
Oh man, better after that 5 o'clock GameStop tweet. I just heard you talk about it. I didn't realize they put it right at 5 o'clock. That's
It was
wild.
right at 5. Yeah. It's like, are we fucking? Is this gonna end with us in a psych ward, or is this gonna end with us driving Lambos, man?
Maybe both. Maybe we have a short stay there, and
Yeah, maybe so.
well, somebody's fucking with us. What's fool me once, you can't get fooled again. So yeah, I figured it'd be nice to drop in and share some other tinfoil with you guys today. If you guys like
Yeah.
to check out a bit. All right, so oh, by the way, there you go. RC. Not directed at anybody here, of course, but it could maybe be a bit much to have on the whole time, so I'll switch it up.
Yeah.
There we go. Him doing the crotch hit like Taylor Swift does in one of her gifts. So, yes, Protocol Gemini, who most people should be familiar with, did the emoticons related to Bed Bath after we dropped in the aftermarket when we had that big run that day, and 44 minutes before Wall Street Journal broke the story that Bed Bath secured funding through Hudson Bay Capital, which is a bunch of snakes, but they formed a subsidiary of an institutional investor.
Yes.
That we still don't know who the hell that is.
Right. It's so bizarre, man. I always bring this up to ABC. Like it was like a newly registered LLC, and I've never seen that before. I mean, typically if HBC comes in, they do a deal, it's them. They don't register a newly formed company. So that already was off to me when that happened. But yeah.
Yes, sir. Yep, they have like at least 5 or 6 branches already.
Yeah.
So Protocol Gemini, the head, Ryan Kagi, who came from GameStop as a community lead there, and now he's the community lead at Protocol Gemini and Cybercrew, NFT projects related to the GameStop NFT. He tweeted out the Zelda clock, which there was a Zelda game called Majora's Mask.
Yes.
I only played Wind Waker, unfortunately, so far, but in Majora's Mask, there's a countdown of a town, and I guess the town doesn't exist at some point, but he tweeted out 2 tweets. One was like final day, and then another one was like final hours.
Interesting.
So that was interesting. Well, people dug that. One of my original Dragonfly related posts, I pulled up the GameStop ad, which was from July 11th, and ran through the 17th of July. You can read the numbers as like 7-11, which is usually considered lucky, right, to the 17th. And you could play around with the numbers there too. 7-11 to 7-17 has Dragonfly's address there, which is 177 Huntington. There's also, I guess, 11-17. Now, the post with Cohen and Icon in his pink shirt and the ruffled shorts, I believe he posted that November 18th. And the GME interview was 2 days later, but it could have actually occurred a day before on 11/17 when he actually took the photo, right? It wasn't necessarily that same day he posted it. So you could possibly add that in. Now, let's see what else. Oh, by the way, guys, I have a bunch of crystals that are good for aligning your chakras. If you'd like to buy any, just DM me. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to be selling immortality rings or something, man, like Alex Chu.
Oh, maybe if I come across that pond in Florida somewhere. I think I have, though. I think that pond is called GameStop Texas Corp, which... oh, yeah, so one of the guys in the Meme King worked with Cohen at Chewy. He's now on a project on his LinkedIn, which some of y'all may have seen already, on a top secret project of sorts happening in Florida. Now, what's going on there? Well, maybe it's GameStop Texas Corp, this wing that was formed the same day that Cohen sold Chewy to PetSmart, that nobody knows what this wing does yet. Now, Holly Berryness and Plur disclosed that he brought Holly Berryness's work forward. That WestPoint had this article that came out. Turns out the article was actually on 5/5 of 2022. And this article, which you can actually pull up still today, even without Wayback Machine, it goes into WestPoint, their operations and everything. And what you'll learn from that is they actually have a operation in Florida where they do a lot of their shipping out of. Now, they have this technology called silverback technology, which they were running and doing trials for. It can be good to stop the spread somewhat of COVID, or even like, I think it's like funguses or whatever silver is good for. And it
Yeah.
actually improves the more you use it, which is really interesting. But if you go to the brand web pages, you'll find pictures of like a woman and her child there. There's even on one page I came across, it had a woman and her child, or a child, as well as like a pet itself. And I
Mhm.
thought, if these pet shelters, they can get so dirty and everything, they have these silverback technologies, you can protect animals that way, and you protect kids by putting these in hospitals as well. So the silverback technology, the silver intertwined with the cloth isn't anything super new, but the cool thing about WestPoint's brand is that it's really affordable. Like they have silverback in their comforters for like $55 and stuff like that.
Wow.
There's a little tinfoil there. I thought maybe the GameStop Texas Corp with WestPoint doing their shipping and stuff out of that location, and their textile mills and stuff there might be some kind of relation there with Teddy as well, because you could brand some of your stuff Teddy. You could do it directly with WestPoint, who is a limited partner, and that way, yeah. So you have, and some of WestPoint's operations are in like not Dubai, I don't think, but somewhere in the Middle East as well. But the fact that they have an operation in the United States is pretty cool too, and
Hmm.
so that's kind of G-America-ish. Um,
Real quick, let me go ahead and read this off.
yeah,
Fire Marshal Bill with the one PP Show membership. Appreciate the love. Looks like William got one. And he looks like he said thank you to Fire Marshal Bill. Awesome, man. Enjoy those PP emojis and appreciate it, Fire Marshal. There's actually a guy in here also that wanted to add on to some of your stuff. I don't know if you guys have interacted before. His name's Citizen. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in, and
yeah,
so he can contribute a little bit to what you're saying, because
cool.
he actually reached out from the chat here. Citizen, what's going on?
Hey, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
we can hear you, man.
Yeah, I think like a while back somebody was like, that guy has a sinus infection, and I definitely do. So,
Sorry to hear that, man.
pardon the
Yeah, no.
but yeah, happy to be here.
Cool.
I just want to add on to realize is an investigation with Kagi. So I don't know if you saw like the somebody posted in Super Stonk like immediately when he was like the clock down final day tweet where he was playing it, and then in the Discord on 12/20/2022 PG Discord, he says time will reveal all, no spoilers. So it's just some privy information that you get when you fucking spend money on a 1 and a 0 on Ethereum blockchain, but it gets you into these nice Discords. So yeah, and then there's another thing I want to ask you, Realize, about ICANN's short position in GME, and if you've done any research on that.
The only thing I've heard about that is that I think somebody mentioned that if he had a position in it, I actually, I'm pretty sure somebody says that the way it was worded in this article was that he closed that out like quite a while ago.
Yeah, we don't even know
Had
if
it
that's
stopped.
true, that he was still holding that. Because I remember, when that story came out, that was literally a day after Ryan Cohen had met Carl Icahn, and or to our knowledge that they did. We don't know when they took the picture, but when the picture was posted of them together, that's what started coming out about that, was a short position. We don't even know if that's confirmed or not, that he still had that. Like,
Right? Yeah, I'm not. Hey, listen, like I asked the same thing in the Discord when somebody brought it up. I was like, how the fuck do we even know that he has that short position
Yeah,
still?
it's hard
And
to
then
say.
they threw at me like massive documentation, so I'm gonna find it. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
I think
somebody tinfoiled
yeah.
that he was gonna use this whole thing to close out his short position, and RC's helping him get out of that.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory. From what I read,
so-
I didn't actually see the article that they mentioned, so I should have done that. But if they were quoting that accurately, it sounded like he did have a position, and that was closed long ago. So
okay, yeah, we'll trade resources, and I just
sure.
Do you have the actual stuff that says he has like puts, Citizen?
I'm gonna find what they gave me, but I think it was the fact that he like fucking got interviewed or something, or in some documentation he like wrote it himself, and like didn't refute it. So it's that there's that. It's not like the scandal that with Elon and Bill Gates, but it's obviously it's not it's like that. But yeah, I'll find it and then share it with everybody.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it, man. If there's anything else you want to add, man, now's the time to do so.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I have anything else. Like, Real Eyezz just makes my brain go crazy because he's right on money.
I know, I could listen to Real all day long.
Me too.
All right, Citizen. Thanks for coming on.
All right.
Take care.
Cool, man. Yeah, there was another protocol Gemini thing too with a clock. I think it was from like December 20th or something too, but I'd have to revisit that. But it was pretty cool. Anyway, the WestPoint location is actually like 6 hours from, I think, where GameStop Texas Corp is. Well, that's the registered agent address. What am I thinking here? Oh, so that's. Oh yeah. It's 6 hours from where I believe. I forget the gentleman's name that was working at Chewy, but where he's on his secret project for GameStop now. So 6 hours away. So there's a looser the connection that I was hoping to see, but there's that. Now this is kind of cool. So if you go back to the 1118 shot of Cohen and icon in that picture, somebody in Beyond pulled this up. Sorry, I don't remember your name yet. But it was an article they posted on Superstock. So it was like they were showing this picture of Cohen's dad in front of Godzilla at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, of course, the stars in Godzilla are pink, right? Kind of made me think of the pink starfish too. That's a common meme of today's the day. But the star there is like its registered star is like 27712 or something like that. So if you look at the numbers, they're pretty much the same except for there's 2 2s instead of 2 1s. For if you look at like that as a date, like 11/17, if that's actually when the photo happened. But kind of what's more interesting is that he had a pink shirt on, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame is a pink shirt, and it's for Godzilla. And then of course Cohen had, maybe you could help me with this line here. It's like, Icon is a sleeping giant. When he wakes, he's going to move the world.
Yeah, that's right.
That's Godzilla, right?
yeah. That's actually a good point.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Real quick, Gucci Greg with the $2. PP, take your shirt off. How about you take yours off, Greg? That's a good point, man, that you say that, Real Eyezz, because that's exactly what he said. And I think that tweet possibly had to do with IEP. Once they fuck with his stock, he's fully aware with what's going on. And again, the tinfoil, the 147, the 741 Bahamas shit, the OTC interview with RC, and we had a guy last night, Ryan Colin, who came on, and he was explaining how throughout the entire interview on GMEDD, RC doesn't reveal his palms until he talks about Bed Bath & Beyond. So the guy is possibly, I don't know, maybe there's some cryptic shit going on there as well. So it's like the tinfoil has just led us through this giant fucking rabbit hole, man. And some of the things that we're now discovering is just it's just fascinating, man. It's like, it's either, like I said, we're either going to be in fucking straitjackets, man, or we're going to be in Lambos. And that's I don't really think there's other than that. It's a very fine line between whether we're right or we're wrong. Slobo with the $10, man. Appreciate the love. Go ahead, Real Eyezz.
Yeah, so
there you go. Hell yeah.
Is that
It was the
showing up
Bahamas.
correctly or mirrored right there?
Oh, it's mirrored.
You have to mirror it, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
And then it will be. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, one of those islands, man. Look, there's PP Island back there, man. It's the really, really tiny
nice.
one. But yeah, I mean, what do you think, Real? I mean, it's been such a long time, man. I mean, 9 fucking months. I don't think any of us ever thought that this play would take this long. I mean, what do you think, man?
I think once this goes through, we're not going to stop talking about it either. I think there's going to be so much happening with it. It's going to be so interesting. Even if it, if it squeezes to a huge price and a lot of people make a lot of money, it's like it's just gonna, there's not gonna be a stop in it. It's not gonna be like, oh, that was wild, and we're all doing really well now. It's gonna be interesting for a long time.
Yeah,
so
I think so. We have Kaz backstage here. Why don't we go ahead and bring him in? Maybe he has some questions for Real Eyezz here. So chat, please give a warm welcome to Kaz Milej, man.
Hey, Kaz. Hey, Kaz.
Hello.
Kaz, what's going on?
How are you guys? I'm so happy.
Good. Tell us, man. I mean, you're the first one to find out the horse tweet from GME.
Listen, I mean, it's not about finding the horse. It's the timing. 500. 500. It's not a coincidence. It's a Ryan coincidence.
And
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean,
sure.
the move yesterday to terminate the CEO and taking the position as a CEO is a strategic move. I don't know the behind of it, but I think it's something related to taking control of. It's what's coming right now. It's not easy, and it's not.
Right.
He doesn't need a CEO under him to take orders, right? I mean, every time for a move, he wants to take control of the ship, and this is why he said not for long, and by surprise as well. The CEO's name is Matt Furlong, and I think how is it gonna happen now with the tweet with Ryan Cohen taking control of the position of CEO in GameStop? Is it GameStop that is gonna acquire Bed Bath & Beyond? Is it, and correct? I mean, maybe Real can explain that. We don't see GameStop in the list of interested bidders, right?
No, we don't. No, their name's not in there.
So how is it gonna happen? It's strange. I'm personally I cannot understand this point. I'm lost.
Really? Wow. Are you fucking? Am I hearing that correctly? Hold on a second.
Lost.
I woke up out of this daze. Kaz doesn't know what's happening. Is that correct?
Because I mean, GameStop is not in the list of the interested bidders. The 19 individuals or corporations in that list, GameStop is not there. We see only Ryan Cohen there.
If you remember from the other day, I think they said something about they were extending some of the deadlines to also
correct,
have somebody evaluate maybe like a new bidder or something, and one of them was running through PricewaterhouseCoopers to do some of that evaluation. So maybe we just don't see everybody that's on the list, or maybe somehow it's just going through Cohen's facilitating it somehow.
Yeah.
With his name there, or too, like as far as like Icon's involvement goes too, maybe they're kind of still hidden via some kind of proxy or something. I think as far as like a bidding goes, in a lot of auctions, you can actually have somebody represent you. Like, I'm totally out of my element here, but like at Christie's and stuff, they have these guys on the phone do the bidding for him, and like the guy who won the Da Vinci that sold for, was it 400 million something? Like we still don't even know who it is. It's supposedly the Prince of Saudi Arabia or something, but we don't really know for sure.
Someone here in the chat said, Kaz is a shill against GameStop. Change my mind. What do you have to say about this? About that?
I'm not. Actually, I am not. And since day one, I was supporter of GameStop and Bed Bath and Beyond. They're saying right now is not true because what I see, I mean, I'm not like that idiot Maran saying bad things about Bed Bath and Beyond. I see the success go together. GameStop cannot succeed without Bed Bath and Beyond, and Bed Bath and Beyond cannot succeed without GameStop. So I mean, whatever they're saying right now is not correct.
So what do you think how do you think that the Teddy stuff is going to be involved? You know, if we're seeing Ryan Cohen's name in some of the filings, but we're not seeing GameStop, but Ryan Cohen is now overseeing, you know, obviously capital for GME and also the merger and acquisition stuff, management and so forth. Is there not a strong enough connection here to assume that Ryan Cohen is possibly invested in the baby brand and will leverage some of that money from GME to acquire it?
Well, I mean, for me, like seeing Teddy Holdings LLC as a big, it's going to be the umbrella. So it's going to be the umbrella for GameStop and Bed Bath and Beyond, and maybe other companies. And those names, I think, they're going to disappear. They're not staying. So the big company is going to be Teddy Holdings LLC as Amazon Holdings LLC, and you know, like why I see that he's going to acquire all Bed Bath and Beyond, not only Bye Bye Baby, because as if you remember, the CEO, she said we have 20 million people subscribed to the app, right? And
yes.
that app is the 20 million customers is worth a lot of money for Ryan Cohen, who wants to go e-commerce.
Yeah.
So if he wants to get baby, he's not gonna get the 20 million customers. If he has to get the whole thing to get access to those 20 million.
Right. You're not wrong, man, you know, with some of the theses, and I think the entire time to some degree you've been right. You know, some of the dates have been wrong, but I think the overall message and the overall what you believe is kind of correct, man. You know, with Teddy and the OTC stuff, you called it before anyone else, and here we are in OTC in the stock, and Teddy is filed and live on July 4th. So it's interesting. And FN Twister, man, with the $20 tip, appreciate it, man. Bought 18K more shares today, 110K shares at 0.17. Wow. FN Twister, man, you're going to make an absolute fucking killing, my man. Love to hear it. 110K shares at 0.17. Wow. That's fucking nuts.
I have a question, and you decide. The four of you, the three. I'm the fourth one.
All
right. If I should do it or not. All right.
All right.
So I'm gonna go one by one, and then you say yes, no, or yes, no. Jim Cramer is gonna be signing bottles of wine on this Saturday between 1:30 p.m. and 3 p.m.
Get the fuck out.
In Long Island, which is like 50 minutes or 45 minutes from where I am.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
He's been publishing on his Twitter account. I cannot wait for people. I cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait to see him too.
All right.
Should I go? Yes or no? ABC, first of all.
Okay, they go.
First of all, let's start with ABC.
All right. ABC, go ahead.
I want to know what my other options are, brother.
It's yes or no.
Sure, man. Sure. Just, ABC did not tell you to do it.
Yeah.
So it's no?
He said yeah.
Yeah.
He said yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
he said yeah. Rio.
Yeah, just just be chill about it. You know, I mean, you can make some jokes, you know, without causing the scene. Like, you know, don't get carted away or tased, man.
Well, it's not illegal to go there and get a bottle of wine signed and ask him a few questions.
I'm gonna get. First thing I'm gonna tell him: shorts never covered.
Oh man, I know you're gonna record that shit too. I think it's a great
All right.
idea, man.
PP.
Yeah, I
Should I
say
do
fuck
it?
yeah, fuck yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
free fucking country. If he's signing fucking bottles of wine, you have every right to be there, man. Just don't harass the guy, you know. Just
No, I'm not harassing. It's gonna be him and his wife. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna get closer, have my video ready, and it's gonna be online.
Oh, that's fucking nuts, man.
All right.
Yeah, we'll have to see that. Well, Kaz, there's 460 people in here, man. Anything that you'd like to tell them or let them know, now's the time to do so. Let's hear it, man.
We are future millionaires in these couple coming weeks.
Right on. Future millionaires, man.
Future millionaires.
All right, you heard it from.
And
yep, go ahead.
and if what's his name? If Pulte is watching, Pulte, what are you doing with my rants? This is the show that you have to be in. TP show. All right. So if you are here, send him a link, PP. Send him a link. He needs a link.
I think he'll come on eventually, man. Look, let me tell you this. He doesn't own AMC, yet he went on an AMC show. Okay. He owns GameStop, yet he went onto a GameStop show. He claims he doesn't have shares in Bed Bath & Beyond, which maybe he doesn't, right?
Yeah.
But some people have been saying there's a possibility that he owns bonds, maybe. So, you know, if you think about it, man, it's like it's kind of weird that that he said soon for this show, but went on the others, you know. So I don't know, you know. I think that something probably maybe he has to wait for before he can come on and maybe talk about it further. But he said he was interested in the stock. He did say he was interested in some of the things, and we would love to have him on the show here. He's more than welcome to show up anytime. I'm sure at any time in the near future he will reach out and we'll bring him on the show for sure.
In the near future, we're gonna have Ryan Cohen too. All right, guys.
I think so, man. I think we can get that done, man. Yeah, we'll get fucking Ryan Cohen too.
We're gonna work for it. We're gonna work on that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Cool. Emga said, Kaz, mention the PP show when you see Kramer. All right.
I will. All right, guys. Let me go home. All right. Thank you so much. All right.
Take care.
Guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Sure.
You heard it from Kaz, man. I guess we'll be seeing Jim Kramer pretty soon, man. It is a free country. If he's signing wine, you know, Kaz has every right to be there. Real, man. Anything that you want to highlight for us that some of the things maybe that you saw? We were actually going to go through some of the dockets as well at some point tonight. Let us know, man, if there's anything that maybe you wanted to highlight, maybe something we looked over, skipped over.
Yeah, I'm going to, maybe I'll make some comments later. I'm going to go get some dinner here, but I wanted to share one other piece of tinfoil before I leave you guys.
Sure.
So, hey, can you share your screen or no?
It depends what you want me to share.
Like Twitter?
Yes. Where am I going on Twitter?
Go to Roaring Kitty.
Okay. Roaring Kitty.
Yeah, it's the Roaring Kitty. It's DFEs.
Yes, I'm on it. And which tweet am I looking for here?
Let's go to June 4th.
June 4th.
Or you can even go back to June 3rd. It's kind of interesting too. The Time Traveler.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned this, some of these tweets the other day in the sub, so.
All right, June 4th. Are you talking about the baby one or which one are we talking?
So you know what movie that is?
For the Baby Driver?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a guy who we brought in here who actually went over that. I'll pull it up here for everybody to see again. So there was a dude who came on the show. His name is Puss in Boots.
Oh, okay. Oh,
he actually pointed this out.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I like the June 3rd one as well. Yeah, if you scroll down a little before, you'll see horse one. And in that actual scene of the movie, she was trying to cross this river, and this
Wait,
guy was
which
trying to
one?
hold her back. Go to June 3.
June 3rd.
Yeah, it's
Oh, this one right here. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So she's trying to cross this river. This guy's trying to hold her back, and she throws an apple at his head to break away. And then she goes off on her own to cross the river.
Interesting.
And then the other one I like, which I tweeted, was he probably covered this one maybe, but it's June 8th, and it's Kristen Wiig. She's eating the cupcake. Did you go over that one?
No, we haven't seen that one. Here it is.
Yeah. So in the movie, she used to have a business, and the business went under, right?
Okay.
That business was called Baby Cakes, or Cake Baby.
Why is there so much baby reference with DAV? I mean, was he talking about Bed Bath and Beyond like back in 2021? Because it did run to like $50, during the run. The GameStop run. So did Bed Bath. It ran to 50. But it's like, I mean, what do you think, man? I mean, do you think he had some inside knowledge that this thing was going to last a couple more years to now, or what? I mean, what do you think?
Well, there was one clip where he mentioned, if you really wanted a deep value play, you would look for something that people thought would be going bankrupt, but, actually end up not doing that, for one. Two, he has mentioned that he had like a little clip somebody shared, and everybody was like, that's out of context. And he was like, oh, I should have gotten to Bed Bath there. But if to the extent that DFE knew about the short basket play and stuff, and he's mentioned, he uses technical analysis to a degree in his decision making and everything. Yeah, he probably came across the similarity in the charts and how they seem to operate, with one another. And if potentially, I mean, around the time, there was activist investors involved in 2019, and they were looking at Bed Bath and turning it around there. And I'm sure he knew BBBY was an asset that Bed Bath had, and he might have seen the potential in it the same way that he saw the potential in GameStop and gaming, things like that. So, to that extent, maybe he saw what Cohen did with GameStop, and from his sense of Cohen and what he's about, maybe he speculated that that would be another target for Cohen sometime in the future. I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting to say the least. So
it's real interesting stuff, man.
Especially around the time of this court cases, right, where this is all happening. So you look at the June 3rd, that was originally 2 days after June 1st, which was originally the auction process. So I think if the auction occurred on June 1st, we probably would have. Most people seem to think we're going to find out like 2 business days later, right? So that would have been June 3rd there, and then you have the June 8th Kristen Wiig tweet. That was June. I think June 7th was the original sales process date. So right around that time. Just a couple other things. Somebody mentioned July 4th. That would be a great time to kind of launch into G-America of sorts, right? And actually, one of the Teddy trademarks, the publication, I believe, for these trademarks is coming out like right on like July 4th. And who was like one other? Oh, yes. And then July 20th, or sorry,
Yeah.
June 20th is the solstice. DFB's brother has been driving this solstice around, a Pontiac solstice.
Yeah, his brother's been on some weird shit too. Like he made a video about here's like my bed, here's my bathroom, and you saw that one shit too, right?
Yeah, I liked his Terminator stuff because the Terminator story actually ties into the Coke TriStar deal, Coca-Cola's entertainment wing, where 49% ownership occurred, just like 49% ownership occurred with Netflix and 49% ownership occurred with Baba and all these deals, these mega deals that happened. So I think, potentially there's something there. And that was a really interesting one with Coke TriStar because shareholders got a dividend, but they didn't get it all at once, similar to the American Airlines deal that went into Chapter 11. Coke TriStar didn't, but they got a dividend at one point in time, and then a later point in time as well. So, it's that would be an interesting situation to see what would happen with a dividend happening on multiple dates in the heavily shorted stock. Naked shorted stock as well. But the only other dates that's really interesting is, of course, that July 14th, which was the original GameStop call that was supposed to occur, because Cohen and Chang, as I mentioned before, they kind of line up to where full term baby would be due around that point. And the 15th is some court related date, I believe, too, or some process.
Real quick on the Larry Chang and Ryan Cohen baby being born, from what date are you referring to that date? Like, where does it start?
Yeah. So if you look at August 15th, that's when Cohen filed his Form 3, which is a initial form of ownership in the company. So like if when Patty Wu got on, she had like 10 days to file it from August 31st when she entered that new position and formed her Form 3 is that in related to that new position. So he filed that on 8/15. Now the weird thing is that according to my research, at least, that form was like 3 months late. He should have filed that like way earlier, because in April 21st, when they released their 10Q or 10K, within like 10 days at the end of that month at the latest, he should have filed that, as well as his 13D amended to show his new share ownership percentage. But those both came like 3 months late. So 8/15 to that date, if you put it in the how many. What is this between this day 8/15 to June 14th? You're going to get 10 months on the date and time webpage. And as far as like weeks and days go, it's like 3 weeks and 3 days more than if you calculate Chang's, which is just strictly using weeks, which is a 20-week period from January 26th to June 14th, which is exactly half of 40 weeks, which is the exact consensus of a full-term pregnancy being 10 months long.
Interesting.
40 weeks. But so there's the
And the Teddy trademark was actually filed September 6th or something in that 40 weeks. So halfway, like you're saying about Larry, is like literally 20 weeks through it. And then obviously June 15th or 14th. So, but on September 6th, which is the first 20 weeks, if you go right back up, I think it's actually the first day that Teddy was trademarked.
Yeah, I think, let's see. So if August 15th, depending on if you go off of Chang's 20 weeks or Cohen's, there might be some interesting stuff there for sure. And actually, I was working on this post to have like, there's all these dates that you could actually relate to pregnancy, as far as like when the first conception happens, when the first like period comes where it would show up on a pregnancy test and everything. And then I just got wrapped up in a lot of other stuff and never goes to it. It's pretty convoluted, but it's reaching, but it's fun. But anyway, have fun with that stuff. I think we'll see a little more in the days ahead. It's nice to see some GameStop and Cohen tweets recently. So
right on. We love having you here. Well, actually, real quick before I let you go, last question I have is, someone did ask when the next stream from you is. You do have some fans in here that watch you. Do you have a date planned for when your next stream is, or is that kind of a case by case basis?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Monday worked pretty well, so I could do Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern again.
Cool.
Try to keep it a little regular.
You heard it from Real, man. He'll try to do regular streams, man. Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern. So there you go, man. Appreciate having you on the show. And it's always been a pleasure, man. Love your mind. I think you're a great person, man. And I can't wait to see you succeed, man. So thanks for coming on. Cool.
See you guys.
Take care.
Peace.
You heard it from Real Eyezz, man.